everyone, welcome back to QSR Nation, your go-to source for food service marketing and business strategies for success.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of QSR Nation. Beth, why do you always laugh every time I start at this?
You turn so professional.
Oh,
it's
well.
like you just go from like, woo, to, hello, this is your nightly news.
I'm quite professional. Anyways, Let me finish my intro.
Sorry.
As always, we have Josh, Beth, interrupting Beth, Tony, and Grant coming to you today from the PFS Brands National Headquarters in wintry Holt Summit, Missouri to talk about food service marketing and business strategy for success and the Chiefs. The big game, sorry.
Formerly, Summary, Holt Summit, Missouri.
Yeah, it was 70 a couple days yesterday.
Yeah, it was 70 yesterday.
And
we had
Sunday.
a little bit of that Miami weather over the weekend.
Oh, see. I see
Did
what
anything
you did
happen
there.
this weekend?
I don't know.
Does anyone remember
No
what
one
happened
remembers.
this weekend?
Well, yeah, so can we say Super Bowl in this or not?
Yeah, we can.
We can say Super Bowl because we're not advertising anything.
Okay, well, yeah, the Super Bowl is this weekend, and obviously there were some awesome commercials. So today we kind of wanted to talk about what we thought were the best commercials out there, or the ones that missed the mark. So I'm going to throw it to Beth because she was already talking about this earlier, about the Google feels.
Oh my gosh. I cried like a baby. Thank goodness I wasn't watching it during the Super Bowl, but that Google commercial, oh my gosh, whenever it was the little old man, see, I'm about to cry now, was talking about like how to remember and all the different reminders that he wanted to have about his wife, about like her favorite flowers. Her handwriting was so wonderful. Oh my gosh, that one hit me in all the feels, and tons of people were talking about it. So I definitely say that was one of my favorite commercials, and it was something that definitely tugged at the heartstrings.
For sure, and it kind of reminded me like at the beginning of the movie Up when his wife, they like go through their life.
Yes.
And his wife dies.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's really sad, but
Hope you just didn't give it away.
Up's a great movie, by the way.
It really is. But, and then for the funny commercials, for me, what stood out the most, there was quite a few funny ones. This year, there wasn't too many that really, set the mark, I think, for when it comes to just the hilariousness. But the Jimmy Fallon,
with John Cena in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
with the Michelob Ultra. I thought that was a great commercial, and I've now laughed at it every single time it's been played, so it's been pretty great.
Yeah.
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 Grant, what do you have to add to the conversation?
Well, it seemed like, and we've seen this trend growing more and more each year, it seems like, but this year was really the year of the teasers. It seemed like there were so many teasers before the Super Bowl, which I think kind of helps the overall enjoyment of the commercials. Like we've seen years in the past where people are kind of the Super Bowl commercials kind of sucked this year. They weren't that good. But I think part of it is because you don't know what to expect. So, but now all these teasers come out and you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen or you're wondering what's going to happen, which makes it fun. But one of them, for example, was the Hulu commercial with Tom Brady. So he actually teased it. It wasn't even Hulu that teased it. But on Friday before the Super Bowl, he tweeted this cryptic image or shared it on all of his social media channels about him. It looked like him walking out of the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And so people were like, oh, is he going to retire? Is he going to retire? So the Hulu commercial comes on, and it shows him, and he's like, I have something very important I want to announce. Hulu has live sports.
Wow. that
was pretty good. I thought that really and that's very memorable too. So a lot of times you see these commercials go out and do outlandish things, but then after the commercial's over, you don't remember who actually was advertising for. But a lot of them that have teasers, like the Little Peanut too, you remember those
Little
brands
Peanut.
after
Little
the fact
Peanut.
too.
Little
So
Yeah.
Shout out to Planners. They had to redo their entire marketing campaign and plan just after the whole helicopter crash with Kobe Bryant. But they had an entire campaign planned out for Super Bowl ads and how they're going to be doing their rebranding, and then had to immediately change it. So I would just kudos to them. That's a big undertaking. It took us how long to be able to rebrand the Champs brand, and they had to do quick changes like that in a week.
Well, and shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk and VaynerMedia, because they're the ones that pulled that one off with because that was when I saw that Gary was being really, really excited about in the text group that I'm in with him. He shout out. He was like, "Hey, I like the text from Gary V, man. Gary V loves me, man."
You along with millions of other people.
Yes, but I'm in there. Are you in the text group with him? No. But I just like to say I was the fourth person to tweet #BabyNut for him. So because that was his instructions, and I do as he says. But But no, that was actually a real funny twist
Yeah.
on the whole death of Mr. Peanut. So the Kool-Aid Man's
As
tears
Grant
are
referred to him as
powerful.
Little Peanut.
Little peanut.
Little Peanut.
Is that
Baby
is that
nut.
is that incorrect?
Yeah, it's Baby Nut.
Baby
nut.
nut.
Oh. Okay.
Let's move on.
Beth's gonna join that texting group so she can say that.
No.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. No, I thought the Tide one was pretty good with Charlie, and
I like
there's
that
in
too.
several other commercials as well. The Dorito one was that was like that outlandish humor with Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott,
Yeah.
Lil Nas X.
Mustache.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
There was a teaser commercial to that where Sam Elliott walks into the bar and he just speaks the lyrics to Old Town Road, and that I thought was even better than the dance
I'll
off
look at that.
Yeah.
commercial. Yeah, it was hilarious.
It's a good one. You should look it up. But like me and Anthony were talking about that yesterday. But so that was a really good lead up one. But then the one with the dance off really felt like Super Bowl
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
Outlandish, like you said, yeah, for sure.
And I agree with Josh that Tide a multi-part commercial I thought was hilarious. They did a really good job. And one thing about that commercial, like Grant alluded to, is I actually remember it was for Tide.
Right.
There's so many times that people spend all those marketing dollars, they do something, and it's great, and it's you remember the commercial, but you don't remember the brand. Mm-hmm. So I thought Procter and Gamble did a great job of having like all the different mascots and things in a lot of their commercials, kind of representing all of the various brands and their family. Thought it was pretty neat. The Bud Light Post Malone C-Store commercial I loved. There was another version as well that Bud Light had that I saw previous to the Super Bowl. But I love that. The fact that my favorite line of that was when the girl inside his head goes, guys, we're incredibly rich just by both. He's trashed the entire C-Store and asked for pretzels. So, and that's the Bud Light seltzer thing, which I don't like the whole setup with the Bud Light seltzer. I think they should have gone with a whole different brand, but whatever. That's a whole nother podcast. The Groundhog Day one
That was
I
one.
thought was absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious. Having those same cast people from the movie Groundhog Day show up, and then there's the look on Bill Murray's face when he sees that new Jeep Gladiator. He goes, well, that's new. So that was once in a lifetime marketing opportunity to have the Super Bowl fall on Groundhog Day and be able to pull that off. I thought that was genius. Not a
And
huge,
that little furry sucker didn't see his shadow, right? He's like spring's early.
Yes,
yeah,
spring's supposed to be
spring
early.
is early.
Good for
Take
him.
note,
And he's
Missouri.
right 40% of the time. So
Yeah, well, 40% of the right is right every time.
Yeah,
I just liked his little pack that he held the groundhog in. That was so cute. I want to get one for my dog.
You get a pet groundhog?
That would be
I
adorable.
bet they're ferocious though.
I don't know. I would want to name it like Edgar.
Yeah.
Edgar.
Edgar
So-
the groundhog.
did you guys see which Super Bowl commercial rated out like as the most effective?
The Jeep one? The groundhog one?
I don't think so.
Oh, really? I'm just guessing.
So I read this yesterday, and this was measured based on like the amount of searches it drove to Google and stuff like that. It was the one with Chrissy Teigen and John Legend.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
was
with Genesis.
It was and that's the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they were introducing a brand new SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I'm not a-
apparently that was the most effective Super Bowl commercial, which was kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
You see,
That is
I-
interesting because I thought the commercial was
Yeah.
lacking and very dry. Plus, I don't like
I kind of
Chrissy
thought
Teigen.
I kind of thought the same thing.
Chrissy.
Whatever. I don't like her or
she,
Chrissy.
She will attack you on Twitter.
Yeah, that's fine. I could
If
care
you want
less.
to on QSR Nation, Chrissy, we would love the shout out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make sure Tony does.
I really enjoy you, Chrissy Teigen. So.
Yeah. Hashtag I don't.
Well, wow. We'll cut that part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the good news is this Chiefs one. I know Tony's really happy being a Broncos fan, so
Hey,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? I was rooting for the Chiefs. Like I've said before, my kid brother is a huge Chiefs fan. His whole life, he's been waiting, for this moment, and now
Is
I
this
don't
Brad?
have to. No, Brad's a
Oh.
Bears fan. He's
Brad.
yeah. But at least I don't have to hear my brother whine and complain anymore about how they've never finished and won a Super Bowl. Now that crap can be over with. So congratulations, Chiefs Kingdom. Enjoy it. And now please get back to baseball season, which should start any day now.
Can you
And-
stop complaining?
No.
complaining rule. And for all of you listening out there, please reach out to us and tell us what your favorite Super Bowl commercial
Hold on, I have
was.
one more thing to add.
Oh, yeah, and I do too, by the way. Go
Wow.
ahead. Grant, go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, but also tell us your favorite Super Bowl commercial at our email address, which is qsrnation@pfsmarines.com.
You can also tell us on
think we got a new
Instagram,
one, too.
Twitter, Facebook, any of those.
All right, Grant, sorry.
There was a new concept this year for one of the Super Bowl. It wasn't a Super Bowl commercial. It was actually it's called second screen advertising. So this was actually done by Chipotle. They apparently went on TikTok during commercial breaks, which is kind of interesting because during the Super Bowl, you want to watch the commercials. So I don't know how it worked out. It'd be good to research. But apparently they must have had like influencers during the timeouts getting on TikTok and like advertising Chipotle. So going after those Gen Z peeps,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So that's interesting. Another
Yeah.
new concept. We'll see if it worked out or not. I don't know.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Anyway.
do more research and tell us how.
Yeah,
next
we'll
next
recap.
time.
We'll
Okay.
recap next year.
And the one thing I was gonna say is, I guess some people were considering commercials. Some people just thought it was just part of Fox's play. But they did something they did kind of back in 2017. They did the Johnny Cash, the Ragged Old Flag.
Oh, yeah.
And this year featured the Marine Medal of Honor recipient Kyle Carpenter in there, and I thought it was an amazing piece to remind people that as long as we've known there's been division in the country and stuff, and some people didn't like the commercial because they thought it was a slap at someone else, who I'm not going to mention, but had nothing to do with that. I don't think personally. At the end of the day, I thought it was a great way to show an aspiring ideal of what America can be, and it's great to see everybody kind of come together for these events like football games. So that piece I thought was really, really great. I didn't get in the Google Feels like Beth did with
I got
that
lots
one,
of Google Feels.
but I did get in the feels with seeing that Marine walk up the stairs and stuff and hoist the flag. So that was I thought a great piece that they did.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have to admit, like all the commercials from up till the end of the third quarter, I remember very vividly. And the rest of them, I got too excited celebrating Chiefs victory. So
Same. I need to rewatch the Super
yeah,
Bowl.
need to watch Super Bowl. Yeah, we do. Super Bowl party.
New Super Bowl party later on this afternoon.
All right, you guys got anything else to add? Grant,
No,
you
man.
writing over there?
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Grant might go to the Super Bowl parade tomorrow.
Maybe.
Take pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
While the rest of us are working, Grant.
I'll be working.
Working on a Chiefs victory party.
All right, for your team here at QSR Nation, we'll talk to you next week.
Be sure to join us again for the next episode of QSR Nation.